And now I've also hoped for a message for all of us. I have no question in particular, and we all have similar concerns, and I hope this will speak to all of us. So this hexagram begins with standstill or stagnation. Number 12. In times of stagnation, attend to your attitude. It is the symbol of heaven over earth. And it begins. It's an unavoidable fact of life that inferior influences sometimes prevail. Improperly motivated people ascend to power. There is injustice and conflict and poverty. And spiritual life in general descends into darkness and decay. While these difficult times are inevitable, and the arrival of this hexagram indicates this is such a time, this does not mean that we have to stagnate personally as well. By turning inward and realigning ourselves with proper principles, we initiate the return to light, truth, and progress. The image of P is that of heaven moving away from earth. When this happens, the inferior qualities in ourselves and in others come to the surface and seek expression. It's unlikely now that you can affect what others do and say, or that your activities will bear much fruit. While it's natural to feel anxious and disappointed about this state of affairs, it's essential to disengage from these inferior emotions now. To indulge in them is to abandon your superior self and plunge into a state of disintegration. What is wise now is to accept that external progress is unlikely. Turn your attention inward and examine your own thoughts and attitudes for inferior influences and departures from the principles of the sage. By withdrawing into solitude and refining your higher nature, you continue to grow, while all else around you stagnates. And we are given 3 special lines, being 4, 5, and 6, before it changes into another hexagram. Line 4. Only when you allow yourself to be led by the sage can you lead others. Concentrate on being modest and correct, and the situation will improve. Line 5. A change is at hand, but good fortune can only be maintained by those who are conscientious and correct in good times as well as bad. Do not allow your ego to take control. And finally, line 6. The standstill can be ended by the efforts of a superior person. Allow the sage to guide you in this, and good fortune will be met. Very interesting. And now we'll jump to the second passage, which is number 8. Holding together. Seek union with others and with the sage. Now, what is meant by the use of the word sage would be the universe, the higher power, God, the creative force, whatever. So we begin. Holding together denotes a time for creating union with others in order to complement and assist one another, just as the rain complements and assists the earth, which is an image often associated with this hexagram. In order for your unions to bear the greatest possible fruit, certain requirements must be met. The first requirement for holding together with others is that we hold together with our own inner truth. This means that we adhere to proper principles as a matter of habit, striving always to remain innocent, balanced, and correct. In short, marry the sage first, and faithfully, and good fortune will come to all subsequent marriages. The second requirement for holding together with others is that we steadfastly resist the clamoring of the emotional inferiors within. Every union meets with challenges, and if we are not resolute against the effects of fear, doubt, despair, and anger, no lasting success will be possible in any relationship. This is a good time to ask yourself if you are displaying the steadfast correctness and